Greetings. My name is Stephen from WBA Kenya. Today, I'll be talking about effective business communication and how it helps improve teamwork and productivity. In today's fast-paced workplace, communication is no longer optional, it is essential. Clear communication strengthens collaboration, reduces errors, and helps teams perform better. Throughout this presentation, I will highlight common communication barriers, explain why they occur, and share practical strategies organizations can use to communicate more effectively. Effective communication in business is often disrupted by several barriers. These barriers slow down information flow, create misunderstandings, and reduce productivity. They generally fall into three categories: structural issues, interpersonal factors, and semantic hurdles. For example, rigid organizational structures can prevent open dialogue. Emotional and listening issues can affect understanding. Language differences and jargon can also confuse messages. In fact, poor communication costs U.S. businesses about $1.2 trillion every year, which shows how serious this problem really is. Understanding these barriers is the first step toward improving workplace communication. Let's begin with structural and process-related barriers. First, hierarchical structures can discourage employees from speaking openly. Many workers feel uncomfortable sharing ideas with senior leaders, which creates communication silos. Second, the lack of clear communication guidelines leads to confusion. When there are no clear rules on channels, tone, or frequency, messages become inconsistent and easily misunderstood. Third, information overload is a major issue. Employees receive too many emails and messages daily, yet only about 38% of inbox content is actually relevant. Finally, using the wrong communication channels can delay or completely block important information. Addressing these issues is critical to improving organizational communication. Beyond structure, human factors also create communication barriers. Emotional disconnects, such as stress and frustration, can prevent people from listening or speaking openly. Poor listening is another major issue. Although workers spend about 55% of their time listening, ineffective listening often leads to missed opportunities and errors. There are also semantic barriers, where words and jargon mean different things to different people. Additionally, cultural differences affect communication styles, body language, and nonverbal cues. Recognizing and respecting these interpersonal and cultural factors is essential for effective communication. To overcome these barriers, organizations must build an open communication culture. First, promoting transparency is key. Sharing performance data, explaining decisions, and providing context builds trust and reduces miscommunication. Second, leaders should encourage feedback. This includes open-door policies, anonymous feedback channels, and acting promptly on employee input. Third, it is important to create psychological safety. Employees should feel comfortable speaking up without fear of judgment or punishment. When people feel heard and valued, communication improves, engagement increases, and teamwork becomes stronger. Another important strategy is establishing clear communication protocols. Organizations should define which communication channels to use, what tone is appropriate, and who approves information. Meetings should also be optimized by setting clear agendas, staying focused, and keeping them under 1 hour whenever possible. Regular feedback mechanisms, such as one-on-one meetings and performance reviews, help address concerns early and constructively. Clear processes reduce confusion and ensure communication remains consistent and effective across the organization. effective communication also depends on individual skills. Active listening requires giving full attention, avoiding interruptions, and confirming understanding. Nonverbal awareness is equally important. Body language, facial expressions, and posture often communicate more than words. Clarity and conciseness help prevent misunderstandings. This means avoiding jargon, filler words, and unnecessary details. Emotional intelligence allows individuals to manage emotions and adapt messages to their audience. These skills can be developed through regular practice, feedback, and self-awareness. Finally, technology plays a powerful role in modern communication. Unified tools like Slack and Microsoft Teams centralize messaging, video calls, and file sharing, making collaboration easier. AI and automation improve efficiency through chatbots, automated scheduling, and sentiment analysis. However, digital communication must be managed carefully. Clear usage guidelines, video meetings for nonverbal cues, and regular breaks help prevent burnout. In conclusion, technology is a strong enabler of communication, but only when used thoughtfully and intentionally. Thank you for listening. Let's meet in the next lesson.